That was slurp. Good morning, everybody. Hey, how are you today? Good morning. David has his tea. So we
Chai tea.
Chai tea. I don't think there's caffeine in it, is there?
No.
No caffeine. Still on the no caffeine kick, and I really, frankly, like it. I like my herbal tea.
When I was in San Diego, we went to a Tai Chi group called Chai Tea Tai Chi.
Say that fast 5 times. I want to do a redo on the shout out I did for our couple that is working out with us daily, Joshua and Nancy Morrill.
Oh, very good.
And I think I called him Jeremy yesterday. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I hate getting names wrong. I'm really bad with names. Well, I'm working on it. I guess we'll give it a positive spin. Somehow we can't get you. We need to have you move over. There we go.
Right.
There we go. We're all in it now. We've had to adjust our cameras a little bit because we've sold
Couches
our couch. Yeah, because we're heading out across country. So we're selling all our stuff. So we're having to make do with all these little adjustments of different things. But anyway, good morning to you. It's halfway through the week. It's going to be a fantastically beautiful day today. We are here in the upper northeast corner of the United States in the state of Maine, and it's just gorgeous. This summer has been just so great.
There isn't anywhere else you'd want to be than Maine in the summertime.
Yeah, if you have never been to Maine in the summer, you need to come visit. We have lots of ocean, streams, rivers, lakes.
We even have some
mountains. So we have a little bit of everything, and the trees are magnificent. It's just
with plenty of trees.
Yeah, a lot of trees. Beautiful state to be in. And go ahead and comment where you're from. I'd like to know where you're tuning in from today. And today's theme is about treating yourself like someone you love. And oftentimes we treat ourselves badly. We make a mistake and we say, you dummy, or you're stupid, or you look like hell in that outfit, or you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, my hair sucks, and all this other stuff. And you would never say that to your best friend. Or maybe you would, I don't know. I wouldn't say that to David.
I wouldn't. The hair.
I wouldn't treat David, in a bad way. So why would we treat ourselves in a bad way? And when you think about it like that, you'll catch yourself with these little things that you say about yourself all through the day. We all do it. It's a subconscious thing. Maybe somebody did that to you when you were growing up.
A lot of times people are really careful and cautious about the content that they feed their brain in terms of the movies they watch or the books they read, and the people they listen to. But you got to remember that you talk to yourself more than anybody else.
Yeah. So pay attention to what you're saying to yourself and change it around if you need to.
Get a handle on yourself.
Treat yourself like someone you love, because you should love yourself. And that's the message for today. All right. I think we should get started with a warm-up. I'm actually going to open up the door over here because take this jacket off because it is warm. It's going to be supposed to be warm and sunny today.
Nice. Emptying stuff out. Look at this. This is crazy.
Now, the cool part is once we get going on the road, we're going to try to do this through Wi-Fi on the road. We're going to have to see how it goes. We may have to do just videos and post videos, but we're going to do our best to maintain our Wi-Fi service as we go on the road.
Yeah.
And we're going to have you move over this way. Perfect. All right, let's get started with a warm-up. Everybody up off their seats. Get started for the day and just warming up the body nicely. Nice and easy, nothing major. Drop down arms. Make sure you loosen up those shoulders and arms and just drop them down. You don't have to go hard at this. This is just a nice, easy warm-up for the body. And drop down hands or karate chop or whatever you want to call it. Same thing. Loosen up the arms. Bend your knees slightly, and your pinkies are facing towards the floor. So you just and breathe. Put a smile on your face and wake up in a nice way. Heart openers, as we open up our arms, we feel the gratitude for everything that we have in our lives. The good things, the easy things, the challenges, friends, family, whatever it is. We all have something to be grateful for. Even if you are facing a challenge or you're in a situation that is not what you really want it to be, there are things to be grateful for. And that grateful attitude will help attract the good things to you. Side twist here, just gently twisting our body a little bit, get our internal organs woken up, tapping our body as we come around, and we can do like a little slap, or you can use a fist, whatever you want to do. It's a qigong exercise. I'm not hitting myself. Well, I am, but not in that way. Shoulder head rolls, so we're just rolling the head easy and just getting our bodies woken up. Feels so good. And you can stand nice and tall and strong on this. Get a good grip on the floor. Dig your toes in to the mat or the earth, if you'd like to call it. Look side to side, to the right, left. Nice, easy stretch on the neck. Just getting
Ear to shoulder.
Ear to shoulder. Ear to shoulder. Right, left, right. Hip circles. Feet are hip width apart, and you're just drawing a circle on the floor with your hips. You can do this a couple different ways. You can go side to side if you want, and you can cha-cha-cha if you want. But this is great for getting the body mobile, getting your everything warmed up. And when we're doing this, as I was reminded this morning, we're not just warming up our physical body, we're warming up our minds, we're warming up, so if you woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning, just put a smile on your face, warm your body up, get started in a good way. You don't have to let your emotions and thoughts dictate you first thing in the morning and dictate your whole day. Stretching over, so we reach our hands way up to the sky. And then to the left. And then you just kind of twist a little bit and look up. So it's a little, just a slight twist as we turn our torso, looking straight up. Yes. I'm going to do a shoulder rolls. Just always feel like shoulder rolls. So reach your hands on the caps of your shoulders and just a nice big stretch all the way back to the room, back of the room. And forward, nice big stretch, forward. And you can kind of just scan down through your body for a second and feel, how you feel. How are you feeling? Are you needing a little bit more of a stretch somewhere? Sometimes I just reach up and breathe up and stretch up. And we are on the floor.
We are on the floor. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to work on our rolling a little bit.
Okay.
So grabbing the backs of your legs, tuck your chin and drop your belly button down so that you start to curl your spine, and you're going to roll back and up. Now you're going to take the hands away. You're going to point your toes to the right as you go back. Switch them and point them to the left as you come up. And now go back. Change your feet. And now freeze. Position your bottom foot underneath, right? So you're going to roll back, switch your feet, and come up. So it's in this sort of figure 4 position. Right. Go back and switch. Go back and switch.
Now,
And come right up.
if your whole leg doesn't come up on, like my leg does not go down on the floor because my hips are tight.
Mhm.
And
And
that's,
roll a bit that way as you come up. So in other words, yeah. And then here at the top, push the hips as far forward. So no, keep the foot where it is, right? But push to stretch and then come back and you sit down, roll back, change to the other side, come up, push the hip open. There it is. And down. And the last exercise we're going to do, we're going to start on our back. Cross your hands in front of you. So now what I do is I take one hand, I take the top hand here, and I sweep it down and continue with it and reach way over to the opposite side, lift your hips up off the ground. Come back. Sweep the hand down and reach and over. And try and touch the hand to the floor. All right, now why don't you stand up, Miss Kendra, and I'll show you guys another one. So this one, it starts here on your back with your hands here. And here's what I do. I lift my foot and I touch my hand. So it's kind of the opposite of what we just did. And that is a wonderful low back and psoas stretch. You might not go all the way to start. You just go, so you lift the leg and reach to the opposite hand. There it is. And you go down. Right. There it is. And you'll find that it really challenges psoas to be able to do this exercise. Perfect. Nice. Excellent.
it looked harder than it was, but I couldn't see what I was
Well,
doing yet.
to get to where you actually touch the hand to the foot is the goal. So at first it takes a little while just to get your body to know what to do.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
All right.
All right,
Let's get
kettlebell
started with
on
our
the floor.
kettlebell. I'm gonna try to take my ring off. Yesterday we talked about the bruises that you get here on your hand. You'll also get those if you have jewelry on. And you might break your jewelry, so like if you have a bracelet or something on. So you want to take your jewelry off before
Absolutely.
you're training.
Okay. One hand down here on the kettlebell, pinky to the middle of the handle. Bring it up to the rack. And swing. 1.
Now you're gripping your toes in here,
2,
and you're using
3.
the power of your core in your midsection.
5. You should feel this in your feet.
Yep.
Specifically in your heels. Change hands.
And you use the power of your glutes to get your power through the core.
Two more. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this other hand. I'm going to swing the kettlebell, stick that one through, and change my grip to the opposite side. Again, swing and switch. Call this a switch rack. Right. One more. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From here, sit back in your hips, press it overhead. 1, pull it in. Press it again. 2, 3, 4, 5. Change hands. Use the switch rack. Press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sit down.
Cool.
Good.
I'm gonna grab a real quick drink of water.
Absolutely.
Don't forget to stay hydrated. I know I say that a lot, but it's true.
So, what I'd like to do today, we're going to do our swing, but we're going to add a little bit to it to make it a little bit more challenging. If you just getting started, don't do this. Just do the swing. But it looks like this. We're going to move. So if you can take that kettlebell to the side. And we're only going to be able to do this one at a time because it involves walking back and forth across the mat here.
Okay.
So the way we step is this. We do our swing, and then at the top of the swing, step, step. At the top of the swing,
And it's a one-handed
step,
swing?
step. We can do two, we'll do two-handed swings. to
Okay.
start. So it looks like this. Here's my regular swing, right? At the top, there's a moment at the apex where the kettlebell stops and comes back down. That's where you step. So it looks like this.
It doesn't matter which hand you use.
And then I go backwards the same way.
Which foot you use. Okay.
It's going to add an element
Of thought.
of thought to what you're doing here. So take as many swings as you want without stepping until you're ready. And then on your readiness, you take a step forward. Don't try and step on my count when you're not at the top. That would be disastrous. So
I'm gonna give it a try.
give it a try.
All right.
And don't panic. If anything happens where at any point you get confused about anything, set the kettlebell down and then figure out what it is you're confused about.
Now, the right way to start with the kettlebell is to put it a little bit in front of you. Bend at the hips, reach forward, seat your shoulders, and then up and swing.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna do a few swings first, just to kind of get the idea.
And it's just a little step, step, step. Nice. And set it down.
That was fun,
Good.
but I really had to pay attention to, I had to make sure that I was walking, but also paying attention to my form
Absolutely.
at the same time.
Yeah, this is definitely about multitasking, right? Well, when it comes to actually doing work with our body, this is the point, I mean, it's not you might have to pick up something heavy, right? And you might be successful in picking it up, but now you have to walk with it, right? This requires a different set of skills than just picking it up. And if you're gonna work on functional strength, what we're gonna use throughout our normal life, you have to get this coordination of forces through your body down.
Correct.
All right.
Good, I like that one. I like doing something different once in a while.
Yeah.
We need to practice and do repetitive on the things that we already know, but it's nice to slide something in new to get our brains working.
Absolutely. Okay, so what I'd like to try today is another something new. And I think on this one, you're gonna need to go down to your 8-kilogram kettlebell.
Okay.
And what it is that we're gonna do handle stand, but we're gonna do presses in handle stand. So it looks like this. I'm gonna take my kettlebell, and by all means, use a lighter kettlebell if you need to get this going. You're gonna swing the bell to a handle stand. And then with that handle stand, you're gonna press. You can use your hip, but it's harder. The best way to do this is to crush the handle and straight up Arnold press. Now, if you try to do this or this while you're pressing it, it's not gonna work. Your arm from elbow to the top of the bell needs to be plumb through the entire exercise, right? If you try to send your elbow, if you try to go straight up with it, it means your elbow has to come out like this. You're not going to be able to press it like this. If you can, you don't need my training. So, straight up. Forearm, the line of the ulna should be plumb, right? Or perpendicular to the ground, aligned with gravity. I'm going to watch you do this just right. Grip with your belly, grip with your feet. That's my best advice for you with regard to being able to do this. Yeah. And bring it in. Yeah.
It's hard.
It is hard. But what's hard is the unfamiliarity.
Handstands are difficult for me.
They are. Once the balance is there, the pressing it isn't as bad once the balance is there. Squeeze it as you come back down. Nicely done. Change hands. Nice. There you go. It's a different level of core strength, isn't it?
Yeah, you definitely have to use your core.
It's much more subtle than you think it is.
Because you have to balance with your core.
Yeah. No matter how much strength you have in your arm to be able to do this, you won't be able to do it if you're not fired here and in your feet.
Yeah. And I was gripping with my toes.
It's a prerequisite to be able to do this.
Yeah.
All right, very nice. Okay, so let's do a set of those.
Okay.
Here we go. We'll do 3 each side. 1. Oh, all right.
Oh. See, this side I have a difficult time with. And I'm slow.
3. On your own, just do 3 on each side. 2. right.
This side's much slower.
Yeah.
Like this side is baby steps. It's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. This side is my right side. That's my stronger
Absolutely.
side.
Okay, so earlier we did our switch rack. We
Yeah.
changed hands.
Mhm.
We're gonna do that same thing with a stepping back lunge. So it goes swing, switch rack, step back lunge.
Okay. Let me just adjust the camera back.
I'll demonstrate. Starting with kettlebell in my left hand, I change it to my right, step back with that left leg.
Oops.
Two more. Beautiful.
Yeah, I like those.
Excellent, excellent. I think we'll do another set of those.
Okay.
Now, here's what I'd like you to try. Kettlebell, it's unlike other types of weightlifting in that if you can find a way to cheat, we consider that a good thing. What I mean is, you want to make this as easy as possible. Making it harder, well, it makes your body work more, but that's not our goal. Our goal is to learn how to use our bodies in the most efficient way. And then with that efficient way, then see how many you can do. If you can do 10, but you're doing it the hard way, change it. Do it the easy way and do 15.
And so the concept here is a little different to think about. So let's talk about that for a second. Because it's the easy way doesn't mean you're not working your body. Correct?
No, absolutely not. It means that you're working your body, but you're working your body in a efficient way of using it.
So you can actually do more work.
So because the goal is not to increase the size of your muscles. That happens if you use heavy weights, that happens. But the goal of kettlebell is to understand your body so that you can increase your work capacity. These are not a fad. These are not the latest and greatest tool for working your body. These have been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. They first appear in the Russian dictionary in 1704. So they're at least that old, right? These things are designed, because back then, nobody gave a shit how big your muscles were. They cared about whether or not you could outwork your neighbor. That was your value, right? So this is really based on how efficiently you can use your body. Now, the tip with this exercise is, don't bring it from here all the way up here and then drop down and then bring it back up again and then swing it way out there again. Don't do that. Do your swing and drop under it. Let it go and immediately begin your swing. It should move about this far up and down, not way up here and way down here, right? In that way, you move the kettlebell less and do less work.
Okay, so
All right.
let's try that.
So here we go.
Oops, I got it wrong. I was thinking too much. Oops.
Go ahead and do one.
Oh, this way.
No.
Oh.
and down. Excellent. So along those lines about using the body efficiently, when it comes to our swing form, swinging the kettlebell, a lot of people do this.
And what are you doing? What's different about what?
Here, notice the angle of my knees.
Yeah.
It's like I'm doing a squat, right?
So they're not supposed to do that.
You can. That's not the most efficient way. The most efficient way is here. Fold at the hip more than at the knee. So I fold at the hip. My knees bend slightly. Watch the difference. Here's the first one. This is what we call like a squat style swing.
And if you're looking to work your booty,
this is more efficient.
Yeah.
Right? And the reason why, you have two kinds of muscle. You've got fast twitch and slow twitch muscles. And the fast twitch muscles, these are your, wait a minute, am I even correct on that? You have long fiber and short fiber muscles. I'm pretty sure that the long fiber muscles the slow twitch. But ultimately what I'm saying is, if I do my swing where I do a deep squat as I swing, I'm using a lot of these big muscles of my legs. They're what we call prime movers for big movements of the limbs. They require burning a lot of energy. Stabilizer muscles, like the muscles of the hip flexor, they are designed to make small, powerful movements over a long period of time and holding on to allow the prime movers to make the actions. What this boils down to is if I do my swing here, I'm using these muscles.
the short
Fiber muscles they're stabilizers, and they have a great deal more endurance. They burn less energy than the big prime movers of the legs.
So you could do more swings, presumably, with the short fiber muscles.
Correct. Making it a more efficient exercise. The kettlebell's moving the same way in the same distance. You're using less energy to do it.
So are you getting the same benefit on the backside? Like, let's say I wanted to work my booty a little bit more. Am I getting the same benefit of working my
Absolutely.
booty? Okay.
Absolutely. If you want to work
There you go,
harder,
everybody. If you want to work your booty,
that's right.
Either one.
If you want a better workout, use a heavier kettlebell.
Gotcha.
Using the best form possible.
I see.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
As opposed to taking a smaller kettlebell and doing it inefficiently and therefore getting more workout.
Gotcha.
It's just a simple shift.
Well, and it's different than how we were really taught to do things.
Right.
So
we were taught that if you swing it, you're cheating. But I challenge you to name anywhere in your life where you've picked something up like this, and not used your arms and your hips to make it happen. You know, if you've got a lot of work to do, you know, you got 100 bags of cement that you got to put up on the top shelf, you're not going to find the hardest way to do it. If you're a lazy person like me, you're going to find the easiest way to do it, right?
And we carry a lot of bags of cement because we do tile work.
I think we're done for the day.
Dana Webster, shout out to you. How are you?
Dana Webster.
Are you still working out? He lives in New Hampshire. I used to work with him
Bunny Gee.
at Verizon, and he was going to the gym, working out, completely changed his physique.
Transformation. Very
really
nice.
good. So just checking to see if you're still working out. If you are, or if you comment below if you've ever used kettlebell, and you can start training with us. We train every day, Monday through Friday. We miss a day here and there.
We missed a day the other day.
Monday.
To be fair, I missed a day the other day.
Yeah, I was ready to go, but he wasn't. I guess I could have done the show myself.
Could have.
I should do that next time. I'll try it. But anyway, we're so happy that you're here with us today for some inspiration. Remember, treat yourself like you treat your friends, like you are a friend to yourself, because you are the only person that you have to take. Nobody else is going to take care of you. Trust me. There's nobody else here. It's, we're responsible for our own selves. I mean, we have friends that
Individual
support us, and we
responsibility,
have
thunk it.
tribe that support us, but really we are responsible for ourselves. So remember that. Enjoy your day today, whatever you decide to do. It is, we are the creators of our own life and our own day, so we make it that way. Don't let life just happen to you. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Love you guys. Take care.